I am finally at the point, guys, this shit's crazy. If you guys deconstructed your Christianity, listen up. I am finally at the point in my spiritual journey. Guys, I never thought I'd get here, first of all, let alone this soon. Now, granted, this is going to be a lifetime of work, I think, but I've come to the conclusion, I think, that I can, forgive Christians. And I forgive God, and I forgive Jesus, and I've reconnected with the spirit of Jesus, and he's told me that he likes to be called Yeshua, actually. That was his real name. So I refer to him as the spirit of Yeshua. And then I've reconnected with God recently, and I found a way to, hold space for my spirituality and Christianity in the same spot, and realize that, there was a reason for me to be raised Christian, and there was a purpose behind it, and it wasn't all negative, and it wasn't all bad. Guys, I know. Now, maybe there's other people in this spot in their journey with deconstructing their Christianity, but nobody's talked about it thus far. So, I would like to talk about it. In case, you guys ever feel the courage to try to explore this part of your deconstruction process. And that's falling back in love with Christ and God. And that you don't need to have the Christian part of things to reconnect with those spirits. I mean, for me, I completely disconnected from God, and I completely disconnected from Jesus, Yeshua, 100%. Disconnected, was pissed, was I don't want anything to do with this fucking religion. If this is what y'all believe in, I'm out, I'm good, peace. Then, I got into spirituality many years after I had deconstructed my Christianity, and now I'm at the point where I'm damn, I can integrate this stuff together. One of the things that's been happening to me recently is that I've been craving listening to old Christian songs that I was raised on. And had I done this a year ago, I would have been cringing, and I would have been okay, what the hell? But now I'm no, I connect to those songs. Yes, they're misconstrued, but only parts of it, where they're okay, he died for our sins. Obviously I know that that's not the truth, so I can objectively just listen to the song, connect to the spirit of Yeshua, and not it's a tarot reading, take what resonate, leaves what doesn't, you know what I'm saying? I can do that with Christian songs, and I'm being guided back to a place in my life where I have to be around a lot of Christian people, surprisingly. And now I'm I wonder if this is to truly test me to see if I can be around these people, because I really struggle. It's still one of the hardest things for me in my healing journey is being around Christian people, because I get so triggered. Because I think they are so deeply misconstruing Jesus' message and what he meant by Christ consciousness and all those things. But also, I'm now starting to come to the realization that actually, Christians have a good set of bones. They have a good foundation for what we need in the future of the world, and that is churches. Not Christian ones, though, but they have the bones. They have the singing, the worshiping, the praying, the faith, the community, the bones of what you need to have a good world is actually churches. But the modern churches that we have are not it. So hopefully one day we can start a new church and actually spread the meaning that Christ meant to get out all along, and that is Christ consciousness, and that is that God is within us, not outside of us, and that we are all microcosms of God, and that Yeshua's spirit is extremely important right now on earth, and that his presence here was meant to literally just teach people how to tap into their own inner wisdom. And a good way to do that is by getting together with other people, like in a church, via community, and spreading good messages, and singing, and worshiping, and praying, and having faith, and practicing, and meditation, and all these things that churches actually have. So, pray for me, LOL, literally. I'm going back into, I feel like, the depths of hell. I'm going right into the battlegrounds, where I'm going to be surrounded by a lot of Christians in my life, but I feel like I can do it this time because I'm going to be able to sit there and just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Like, I think I'm going to be able to have conversations with Christians and not offend them, which is going to be wild. I really hope I can. It's going to take a lot of practice, but it's like, I might be able to actually, like, hold conversations with them and be like, yeah, I totally agree with, the teachings of Jesus. And that the bones of this shit is actually pretty good. It's just the message is completely, skewed. And if we could just get the message right back on point and continue on, soldiers, then we'd be good to go. It's like, that's all. We just need to get the message, like, fixed. And also, deconstruct the systems of oppression, which religion is one of them. So, this is great. This is great stuff, guys.